Hey there YouTube, Shirotar1979 here with another video. I am doing a response to Magical Hummingbirds Be Aware, Green Celtic Wicca Paganism. I guess the main title is Be Aware. Aware in all caps. And this is actually at a request of a couple of people who saw this and asked me to do a response video to it, just with my thoughts and feelings. It's kind of weird for me, to be honest with everybody, that I get requests to comment on pagan videos. But I guess, as one of the persons told me when I asked them, it's because I have an insight that is not biased towards anything. And that I show respect towards something that, even though I'm not a part of it, I do strive for understanding. And so they like my viewpoints on it, even when I disagree with them. So, as a favor to them, I watched it. I actually watched it yesterday. Left a couple of comments on your video, Magical Hummingbird. Now, for those of you who don't know, I do respect Magical Hummingbird. I am on her. She is on my friends list, and I hope she stays there. I really don't want to lose a friend, and I'm subscribed to her. So, there is some respect. I do enjoy some of her videos. But this one, in particular, I had some problems with. Now, I left a couple of comments on her video which were deleted. I never know why people do that, but I only do them when they're like, I've removed maybe 3 or 4 total, and they're usually ones that are just very vulgar and have no relevance to what is being talked about. And all right, let's just start point by point real quick. Excuse me. You congratulate some people on what you call of being mystically aware. But you never say what is mystical awareness. Because I actually, in preparation for this video, I asked a number of people, what is being mystically aware? The few people that responded before I decided to make this video, most of them, they didn't know exactly what that means, because you can basically twist that meaning into being anything. The only answer I really got, and I kind of agree with this, is being aware that there is something greater than ourselves. So that they're open up to the possibility. So this would include agnostics, that it could be deity out there. Whether it's consciousness or not, they don't know. But they're like, that is what that definition is. I can kind of go with that. I think that's a proper definition. But magically, you never give a definition of that. So I'm just curious. I mean, I'm asking this in all honesty. Can you give me a definition of how you mean it? Now, you start going on talking about Wicca and paganism as if they're the same thing. Meaning all Wiccans are pagans, pagans are Wiccans. And I really don't think you meant this, but that's how it's coming across. But you also seem to have your own definition of what paganism is. Paganism, all paganism is, when you're getting down to the strictest definition, is someone who does not follow the Judeo-Christian God. So, Muslims would not be pagan, Jews would not be pagan, most Christians. There are a couple of Christian sects out there who do say we're Christian but we're pagan, meaning they follow the God of Abraham but they don't believe he is the only God out there. Okay, so, and no, I'm not necessarily talking about Mormonism. I'm talking more that they actually call themselves pagan Christians. Okay, your definition seems to be overall those who agree with me. Those who you want to associate with, okay? And to demonstrate this point, you go on to attack Satanism as your primary target, and atheism and skepticism. Well, I have a huge problem with this. Now, I will go with you on the atheist forefront, okay? Atheists are not pagan. They don't believe in deity of any kind. They believe there is no, and I'm talking strictly hardcore atheists. We're not including agnostics. We're strictly speaking about atheists who believe there is nothing else out there, or that if there is, there has to be a way to prove it, or things like that. So, okay, and I don't think atheists want to be counted as pagan. You know, they'll just give you weird looks. Let's give you that. And I would include some forms of Satanism in that. Okay? There are Satanism out there that is strictly atheist. They don't believe that, they believe the only power out there is us. Hail thyself is what many of them say. So, okay, let's start giving you that, because they say they are an atheistic religion. Okay, so let's do that. I know there are some Satanists out there who would disagree with that, but let's just for the sake of argument. Now, skepticism is not a religion. Everybody should be skeptical of anything. You tell me something, I'm skeptical. My preacher, the father of the church, tells me something about the Bible. I'm going to be skeptical of it at first. All skeptical means is I'm not just going to trust what you say. I'm going to research it myself and find the truth for myself and try to understand it. Okay? So skepticism has nothing to do with paganism. You can be a Wiccan and a skeptic. You could be anything and a skeptic. You know, if you weren't skeptical, all knowledge, all learning, all understanding would cease to be. So I want to know, how do you, in your personal life, define skeptic to make this term, okay? Like, even when I see magic tricks, all right, let's do a good thing. When I see magic tricks, they say, oh, it's magic. We're talking like Penn and Teller. Do I really going to accept them at the thing they're saying, oh, it's just magic? No, I'm going to see what is is there a reason for this beyond the idea of magic? So there you go. Then you go on. Satanism, though, as a whole, it is pagan. Okay? You may not like what they believe. You may not like a lot of their practices. But just because you do not like them does not mean they're not part of paganism as a whole. Now, your particular Wicca friends and all that may not want to be associated with them and may not practice what they do. That's fine. But that doesn't mean they're not pagan. And you talk about our real magical lives off of YouTube. You're talking no coven, no nothing, no... Well, I know for a fact that's not true. I know there's a couple of covens. There's one here in Huntsville that invite the religious Satanist to come to the circles and enjoy themselves, and they try to have understanding, and they try to get rid of the blinders, get rid of the stereotypes, and really understand what they believe. And these Satanists, they do believe, they use the term as many other do, as adversary, that they stand against it, but they don't worship the Satan of the Bible. You know, they don't worship the evil. Okay? Now, there are Satanists that do, who truly do worship evil and want evil to come into the world. And I think universally, they're pretty much loathed by most religion out there, because religions out there, for the most part, try to bring good into the world, want an elevation of morality and things like that, want things to become better than they are now. So, I think here's the problem we're coming into. You start naming these authors, these pagan authors, well, you're still naming a very minority of Wicca and try to apply it to the majority, and you can't do that. Okay? Just like I can't say, I don't agree with the Church of Christ. Okay? I may disagree with a lot of what they say and what they practice. But I cannot say they're not Christian. Okay? Just like I said, I'm a Christian, but I'm not a Baptist. So I just want to point those things out to you. I would like to know your actual definitions and where you're getting this information, just because you may not agree with it, but that doesn't mean it's not true. So, and just because when you're talking about paganism, that encompasses a whole wide range of beliefs and practices. Yours is just one of them. Anyway, everybody, I hope everybody's having a great day. This is just my 2 cents. Once again, there is no hard feelings magical. I hope to talk to you soon. Anyway, God bless everybody. Be safe, and I'll make an upcoming video soon.